Yo. Damn, oh fucking. Yo, what it do, man? Alright, so what's up, now? Alright. Today we are on niggas my age, my generation and older. We keep talking about I'll say something to you late. Yeah, man, my bad. Hey, we keep talking about all the young niggas and shit like that and what the young niggas doing wrong and all that. But we gonna talk about the old niggas and the young old niggas, 30 and up, 28s and 20, all that shit. The thing is, everybody keeps saying, man, the young niggas don't listen and they ain't got no guidance or this, they don't want to hear shit. And I agree to a certain extent, but my thing is this. How the fuck do y'all expect a young nigga to listen to you if you doing the same shit he doing? So that's what we talking about. I posted that shit the other day. I feel like niggas out here 30 years old and up and 20s and up, high mid 20s and up, they doing the same shit young niggas that's 14, 15, 16, 17 years old doing. Y'all out here posting on the internet with guns. All day posting on the internet with guns. You niggas is out here trying to be in a motherfucking rap video more than the young niggas. You want to be in the front row of the rap videos. Y'all niggas out here popping perks left and right. Y'all drinking lean, doing all the same shit young niggas doing. You on the block, the same young nigga on the block. Y'all even, fuck that. Y'all even going to the furthest thing. Y'all niggas even trying to fuck young females, like young women. Y'all trying to fuck young women and y'all old as shit. Y'all niggas 30 years old trying to fuck the same nigga, a 16-year-old nigga baby mother. Or that shit is wild. So how you expect these niggas to listen to y'all? How the fuck do you expect a nigga to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to him and pay him attention and see, and he telling me don't do this and don't do that and I'm gonna listen to him? That don't even make sense. Some of these niggas 16 years old in better positions than niggas that's in 30. So you come into the block and you telling him, man, look, man, Shaw, you need to do this. Shaw, you need to do that. Shaw, man, that nigga ain't about to listen to you for what? Fuck is he about to listen to you for? He about to look at you and be like, man, get the fuck on. And that's the issue, is the fact that y'all putting yourself around these young niggas so much and y'all ain't showing them nothing better. At the end of the day, ain't nobody perfect. I ain't sitting right here saying, all right, niggas ain't supposed to do this. Niggas doing what they doing, whatever the case may be. My thing is, you got to be able to separate yourself from them. Ain't no way that you should be 30 years old. You should be 30, 32, 33 years old, hanging with a nigga 16 years old. He shouldn't, if you getting high, whatever your vices is and shit like that, if you gonna be drinking lean, nodding off, popping perks and all that shit, you ain't supposed to show him that that's what you doing. You supposed to keep that shit away from him, and that way now he can continue to have the respect for you. Because once he start looking at you as, oh, anything ass nigga, if you hanging around a nigga every single day, the respect is going to eventually go away. I know, because I'm saying that I was 16 years old before, 15, 16 years old. My old heads and shit, them niggas wasn't being around us every motherfucking day. Them niggas had what they was being at, we had what we was being at, shit like that. They going to their clubs, we going to our clubs. If just so happened we end up in the same clubs and shit like that, cool. But you ain't had them niggas sitting around us all day. Even if you got niggas that was snorting dope or whatever the case may be, we ain't seeing that shit every day. So we can still have something to look up to, whereas though if now we still got the respect. But the old niggas that was talking about, he talking about ain't nobody, but the old niggas that was around us every day, I'm telling you, from a young nigga mindset, we lost the respect for him. The young nigga that's sitting at the dice game with us, the old nigga that's sitting at the dice game with us all day shooting fives. He's shooting fives. Nigga, you sitting right here getting into it with us over $5 bills. Who the nigga? I ain't respecting you. I ain't seeing you. You just an average nigga. You doing the same shit I'm doing. So why the fuck I'm supposed to respect you? Because you in age, you older than me? Nah, fuck no. That ain't what get you. That ain't what earn you the respect and shit like that. You got to keep your respect and earn it. And then once you earn it, you got to keep it. So in order to keep it, you got to show a motherfucker something different. That's like how many times young niggas look up to a nigga. Okay, I'm going to use myself for example. If My young niggas love me to death, respect me and all that because what I've done and shit like that in the streets and in jails and my name and reputation, which is cool to a certain extent to me now. Like, I don't really give a fuck about it. But at the end of the day, I understand that that's how I got my respect from my young niggas. But if I go out there right now, if I'm out here right now and I motherfucking go and start being around them young niggas every single day, every single fucking day, they see me, when they come outside, they see me hanging around 37, popping the perks, nodding off on some junkie shit, smoking all motherfucking day, out there selling weed with them, doing whatever the case may be, whatever it is they may be doing, and I'm out there doing that shit with them every day. Eventually, now they gonna look at me like, man, this nigga just one of us. They gonna lose the respect for me. Because at the end of the day, they ain't bitches. So it ain't like, oh, they respect me and they fear me. They respect me at the end of the day, but they don't fear me. So now if I sit there and be around you every day, once you lose the respect, it's over with. That shit is over with. That shit. So it just blows my mind that niggas be saying, oh, these young niggas, they don't listen. How can a nigga listen to you when you doing the exact same shit and probably worse than what he doing? How? It's just, I mean, it make no sense. You can't tell a motherfucker. Yeah, but you can't tell a nigga, you can't tell no nigga, oh, do this and do that, and then you doing the same shit. That's no different than your child. You tell your child don't touch the stove, but every day you keep putting your motherfucking hand on the stove. What the fuck you think he gonna do? He gonna put his hand on the stove too. You telling him don't touch the stove, it's hot, but he watch you every motherfucking day. Hey, put my hand on the stove and burn my hand. He gonna keep doing it. So it's the same situation with the young niggas. Y'all sitting here expecting these young niggas to listen to y'all and y'all worse off than them. How? Then it's fucked up because niggas is real life. It is really fucked up because you got niggas that real life still gloat and glorify the older niggas who fucking up instead of holding the older niggas accountable. Everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody talk about what these young niggas doing wrong, but nobody is saying nothing about niggas my age and older that's real life doing the same shit. When you young, you supposed to make certain mistakes. Like, that's just a part of growing up. That's just a part of life. When you 14, 15, 16 years old, unless you got father figures or other things to do and shit like that, when you growing up in the streets, you gonna make mistakes. Now, if you got a motherfucker you can look up to and that you respect that's telling you, man, look, you shouldn't do this. That's why you shouldn't do it. Because most motherfuckers just tell you, hey, man, don't do this. But don't even give you no reason. So as a young nigga in your mind, you just sitting there saying like, shit, this nigga talking about don't do this. Man, that shit, I don't give a fuck what he talking about at the end of the day. But you niggas is just lost your motherfucking self. So how the fuck could you sit here and tell a nigga to do this or not do that when you doing the same shit? That shit'll never work out. That shit just will never work out, man. And I feel like, and then a lot of times, older niggas, it's certain things with young niggas. With young niggas respect and shit like that because I was a young nigga. When you go on your approach with a younger motherfucker, you can't go and try to tell a younger nigga like it's the way you say it. You can sit there and tell a young nigga to do something, and the way you say it dictate if he gonna do it or not. Then age range. That's the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place, because at the end of the day, I'm still at an age of relevancy in the streets. Like I said, I still could be in the streets right now with no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So they'd take it better coming from me because I'm 30. I ain't done but 31 years old. So at the end of the day, they looking at like, damn, he ain't really washed up. I'm saying I know the mindset. Niggas that's 50 and 40s and shit like that, a young nigga 16 years old look at him as washed up. Simple as that. They look at him as washed up. The first time when a nigga 40, 50 years old come to them and trying to get them game and shit like that, and they might be trying to give them law, and they might be trying to lead by example, but in a young nigga mindset, he just looking at it like, man, this old nigga washed up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. That old nigga washed up. But when they see, my purpose is to have more niggas my age and more niggas that still can be really, really relevant in the streets, but not in the streets, to show you like, damn, Slim still got his respect and all that, and he doing right. I'm not trying to wait till I'm 50 years old and trying to start saying shit to the kids and saying shit to young niggas like, man, nah, bro, you shouldn't be doing that. Because I know how they going to look at me, because I know how I would have looked at them. If you'd have came to me 06, 07, 08 and shit like that, and you were 50 years old and you got to telling me, man, bruh, man, hey, look, Shaw, you shouldn't do this, you that. I'm like, look, man, old nigga scared as shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, because we going to look at them as they washed up. But when you would have, if a motherfucker would have came to me that was 25 and 26, and I see like, man, he still could be in the streets, he still could be doing that, Now you motherfucking saying, all right, cool. I can accept that more because I realize he really can relate to me because he still can be doing the shit I'm doing and he not. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, you can't just keep faulting the young niggas when the young niggas need some type of guys that the old niggas is not providing. And I ain't saying old far as like 40s and 50s, because it's a lot of older niggas that realize that'll give you game and shit like that. But by that time, once you done reach that age and shit like that, they ain't listening to you. Like, the disconnect is too far. It's too far of a disconnect. Like, they gonna look at you like, nigga, you was stuck in the 90s. You don't know nothing about what the fuck going on in 2000. That's how they just gonna look at it. It's just the reality of the situation. They feel like you can't relate to them and they can't relate to you because you too old. And then the ones that's my age and younger and shit like that, they getting high and doing the same shit that these young niggas doing. So it's like, what the fuck? So my thing is, niggas gotta, like Jesus, that's law. Niggas gotta set the standard. You gotta set the standard and show these young niggas like, man, look. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you do what you do, because I ain't here to judge niggas about because you pop pills and drink lean and all that shit. At the end of the day, that's your decisions. At the end of the day, if you want to do that shit, that's on you. I'm saying that you got to do your shit in a way that you not showing them that shit. You got to do that shit in a way that they don't see you nodding off. They don't see you out there scratching your arms and shit like that, because I'm trying to explain to y'all that, listen, all that shit y'all niggas doing when y'all doing all them drugs, them designer drugs and them rapper drugs and shit, that's the same way with them rappers. When them rappers go on the motherfucking awards or when they go and shoot their videos and shit, you don't see them, besides a few of them, you don't see them niggas nodding off. You don't see them niggas doing none of that shit because, yeah, they getting high as a motherfucker. They doing all that shit. They talking about that shit and they're rapping all that. But when they come on their video, guess what they gonna do? They gonna be on their videos, fly shit, and all the designer, doing all the shit right, showing money, doing this, and showing you an image. Then guess what? As soon as they leave off the set, they going in the motherfucking junk and get high as a motherfucker. But they not showing it to you. They talking about it, but they ain't showing it to you. So as a older motherfucker, you sitting around these young niggas and want these young niggas to respect you. You can't show them that shit. You doing it cool, but you can't sit there, and it ain't cool, but I'm just saying, you can't sit there and be showing them niggas. Come on, man, that shit ain't no man shit. You sitting there trying to tell a young nigga something, but you nodding off and you scratching. And you niggas ain't nothing but fly junkies. That's just the the reality of it. Like, you niggas is fly ass junkies. Cause I don't understand how the fuck y'all don't see. I don't know when the fuck it became so cool to be a junkie. Y'all done let these niggas convince y'all that being a junkie is fly. Nigga, when I was over to jail, you ain't never hear no young niggas come. When we was coming in, you ain't hear no young nigga coming in and need Sabasi's. Not the majority anyway. Of course, young niggas been snorting dope, all that shit. But now you got niggas 18 years old, they come to jail, they getting fucking Sabasi strips because they trying to get off perks or get off lean. They junkies. Niggas dicks don't even get hard because they can't even, they so used to motherfucking, they got a motherfucking, they keep motherfucking taking drugs and all that shit. That shit is wild. There ain't nothing fly about that shit. Ain't nothing cool about that shit. I don't know how the fuck y'all allow niggas to make that shit cool to be a junkie. You niggas is junkies. You ain't nothing but a junkie. Nigga, if you going to work and you come getting all work and you buying all these motherfucking drugs and you doing all this shit and being a junkie, nigga, you still a junkie. If you hustling and you selling this to go buy that, nigga, you a junkie. It ain't no different than how niggas used to look at crackheads. Tell me the difference between an old nigga or a nigga that's smoking, an older motherfucker, because usually back then, the crackheads was older. Cool. What the fuck is the difference between this nigga 50 years old smoking crack and begging, out here begging and shit like that, or trying to do shit to get high, and a nigga that's 25 years old coming talking about motherfucking, damn, let me get a irk. You ain't got a irk now, and getting mad because the nigga won't give him a irk. Nigga, you's a junkie. The fuck? That motherfucker, that shit, you's a cold-blooded junkie. You ain't nothing but a junkie. You real life if you need this shit and you dependent upon this shit to start your day and all that shit, what makes you different? Because that shit, you the same as a mother. You, he said crack. Hey, Jeezy, nah, for real though, Slim, cause I'm sad. We never see crackheads and shit. Real life, nigga. way. Crackheads I ain't, at the end of the day, all that shit was bad. Niggas, that shit, all these niggas, all that shit was bad, but Slim, come on, man. I don't understand how the fuck y'all done normalize being junkies. That shit used to be white people drugs. Motherfuckers real life used to be motherfucking when motherfuckers. Hold up, my father sent me to school in high school to learn how to cut. Yeah, but when motherfuckers is real life sitting there dependent on that shit, and man, that shit ain't cool. Ain't nothing about that shit cool. So y'all gotta stop motherfucking making it seem like it's the young niggas, cause and I ain't saying it ain't the young niggas, cause the young niggas is definitely fucked up. But they ain't doing nothing but following the wave. That's it. They following niggas' waves. They following what they seeing every day. And you niggas is showing them the same shit every day. Every day y'all showing them the same shit. Being outside with these niggas, doing the same shit with these niggas, ain't trying to get these niggas to motherfucker do nothing besides the wrong shit. And even if you ain't talking to him, you still showing him. So it don't make a difference. Even if you're not influencing him and telling him, take a perk. But if he's sitting around you and he respect you and he watching you take a perk and you got a bag, and females are accountable too. Cause I talk a lot about what men don't do and shit like that. Y'all females are accountable too, because guess what? Y'all motherfuckers will still fuck with the same junkie ass nigga. You'll let that nigga come sleep in your house, stinking and all that, smelling like a motherfucking junkie. You'll let that nigga come fuck your guts in for smelling, and he stink and all that shit off all them drugs. Man, so y'all are held accountable too. You'll know your nigga a junkie. Know your nigga is motherfucking a perk head or on that lean, nodding off all motherfucking day. And guess what? You still let his ass in the house. You still let him, you still be with him and act like ain't nothing wrong with that shit. You still let him be around your kids, all that shit. Cause guess what? He fly and might got some money. So we ain't about to keep acting like females y'all don't play no part in this shit too. Cause at the end of the day, y'all realize y'all do hold power. Y'all know that. A lot of y'all know that shit, cause a lot of y'all use y'all motherfucking what y'all got for the power. So y'all know if you was holding your nigga accountable to, like, man, hey, look, you ain't about to keep coming in here nodding off and shit and doing that shit anything. Most niggas, some niggas, majority of the time, guess what? They'll be like, man, you know what? I'm about to fall back on that shit. Cause a lot of niggas is dependent. The same way I said yesterday, a lot of niggas is dependent upon females. So if they dependent upon you, you got some say so on what they doing. But if they know shit, I can pop pills and shit like that, and I'm gonna be cool. I can go over my girl house. She gonna let me fuck and all that. We gonna be cool. She gonna let me fuck. She gonna let me in and all that. Man, they motherfucking. Nah, for real though. Females is popping the motherfuckers too. The only reason I'm speaking on the male aspect of it though is because, far as with the guidance with the young niggas, that's the only reason I'm speaking only on the male aspect of it. I'm only bringing the females up because they play a role in niggas being junkies. They definitely playing a hell of a role in niggas being junkies too. Cause they ain't saying shit. They think that shit cool, and females is definitely popping perks like a motherfucker. They definitely doing it too. But I'm saying for the ones that's not. I'm not speaking on the ones that are doing pills, cause that's not my intention. Like, I ain't on here trying to say shit about motherfuckers getting high and all that shit, cause that's not my point. My point is that if you a man and you trying to tell niggas, young niggas shit and shit like that, you can't allow them to keep seeing you do the same shit that they doing, because now they lose the respect for you and they not going to listen to you. It's just straight up and down. Like, they not going to listen to you. Dirty, what's up, Sam? But they not going to listen to you. That shit, I'm just telling you the facts of, because I know my mindset at 16 years old was, nigga, if you right here doing the same shit as me, nigga, you my equal. Nigga, the respect and all that shit is over with. Nigga, you my equal. You can't tell me shit because you doing the exact same shit I'm doing. And I might be doing this shit better than you, or might be doing more than you. Nigga, you got them young niggas out there. This young nigga got motherfucking 2 murders, and you had 1 murder in the 80s or the early 90s or early 2000s. He ain't seeing you no more if you be right here with him every day. He ain't seeing you no more if he can come right here and motherfuckers look up to him more on this block than they do you. Because both of y'all, they ain't. So how the fuck you think you about to tell him something? You think he gonna tell you? He gonna listen to you say something when you realize sitting right here with $1,500 in your pocket and he got $8,000 in his pocket. That nigga ain't gonna listen to you. The fuck? Now he still will listen to you because it's plenty of my young niggas that fuck around that might have more than me or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But guess what? They gonna listen to me because the respect still there. And the respect gonna always stay there. Like that shit is always gonna stay there because guess what? They never gonna see me doing what they doing. Never. No matter what I do, if I do anything or anything I got going on, guess what? I'm never going to allow them to see what me doing, what they doing, because I understand that what I'm doing can affect them. I understand that shit. If these niggas see me, if I start smoking weed and I don't smoke or none of that shit, and that shit rare, so that's why I'm saying that it's not about what niggas do, because I understand that I'm rare. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that shit. So pop pills, none of that. But niggas do that. Cool. But even if I was smoking weed, I'm not going to sit around my young niggas all day and smoke weed, hoovering their weed, asking them for weed because I ain't got none right now. I'm not going to do none of that shit. The reason why, because if I do that shit, then every day I'm sitting around these niggas doing that shit, eventually all the respect that they got from me is eventually going to start dwindling. They're going to look at me. They're going to start looking at me as, man, that nigga anything. That nigga sitting around here all day with us smoking weed. It's going to eventually happen. That shit going to eventually happen. And the reason, like I said, I'm saying shit about the females contributing to niggas being junkies is because I'm talking about the females that don't do drugs, that don't do them perks and all that shit, all that designer drug shit, that junkie drug shit, is because y'all allowing it. Y'all allowing these niggas to come in your house high as a motherfucker. Y'all allowing these niggas to motherfucker sit around you high as shit. You providing them the money for these niggas to do it without saying nothing. Y'all ain't encouraging niggas to do better. And, you need to go do this or go do that. And even if you are, you gotta motherfucking put your foot down. If you know your nigga is a junkie, you supposed to be telling him, look, you either gonna stop getting high or you gonna get the fuck up out of my house. Fuck how good he fucking you, fuck how fly he is or any of that shit. And at the end of the day, especially if you got kids, you allowing your kids to see a junkie every day. Or whenever y'all around each other. That shit ain't cool. Ain't nothing about that shit cool. Nothing. Ain't nothing about that shit cool. So at the end of the day, y'all got to tighten up. Everybody. All y'all, especially y'all older niggas, my age and older, and around my age and shit like that, man, y'all got to tighten up. Because if not, niggas ain't, that shit ain't, y'all can't keep talking about no young niggas, man, because I ain't trying to hear that shit. I understand all the shit that the young niggas doing and all that. I'm saying that I understand me, and I see my influence on young niggas. I got young niggas that I can call that ain't seeing nothing, that ain't seeing no niggas, ain't going for none of that. And they don't look at me like, damn, bro, on some positive, goofy shit. Nah, guess what? I call them niggas phone like, look, bro, what's up, man? Look, that shit ain't this, that shit ain't that. And guess what? They listen. Nah, you know what, right? You right, bro. I'm about to call them and holler at them and shit like that. And, or I tell them like, bro, come on, tighten up. I just had a conversation with one of my young niggas last week and a half ago, telling him like, bro, I'm telling him, bro, I just got my learners, shit like that. He like, yeah, shit, bro, I ain't pulling over anyway. I'm telling him like, look, bro, it ain't about the fact that you ain't pulling over. It's about the fact that you can pull over if you want to. You see what I'm saying? What if you want to ride with your mother in the car? You might want to ride with your mother in the car. So now you done brought a car that you can't even take your mother nowhere. If your mother call you right now and take you to the grocery store, you gonna go get her, right? He like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna take her. So now you gonna run from the police with your mother in the car. You gonna run from the police with your mother in the car? I'd rather you motherfucking take your mother to the motherfucking, I understand, okay, I was in the street, so I understand. Niggas can't move around a certain way, but guess what? I'd rather you go get your mother from wherever she at and take her to a motherfucking grocery store all the way the fuck out La Plata somewhere. Where as though you can feel comfortable, but guess what? You ain't got to worry about running the police with your mother in the car. So I explained to him, like, listen, bro, you saying you ain't getting no learners or you ain't gonna go get your license and shit because you ain't stopping anyway. How is that the right mindset to have when you brought a car? You brought a car. So if that's the case, why the fuck would you buy a car that you just gonna run them in anyway? If that's the case, you should have just went and stole a fucking car. So you go spend $8,000 on a car that you're not gonna stop in. That's dumb. That's dumb as shit. You want to brought the car because you want to be able to have the car as yours. So you go get a learners, go get a license. Okay, if you in a situation where you can't stop, because I understand that, like, niggas is still doing whatever they doing. All right, cool. If you in that type of situation, then, but you supposed to be trying to say, man, if I want to stop, I can stop. I'm going to go get my license and shit like that, because it might be a situation where I want to put my kids in the car. I want to put my nieces in the car, my little cousin in the car, female in the car, and don't put the female in a fucked up situation, because now you putting the female in the car. You go get this female. Y'all going wherever y'all going, out to eat, enjoy yourself, whatever the case may be. Now you get pulled over. You about to run and bust them. Now you gonna hop out the car, do all that shit, and guess what? You gonna leave her in the car. They catch her ass, and now she tell you calling her hot. now you look at dumb as shit because you ain't think the whole situation out of just some simple shit of going to take a learner's test. Studying for a learner's, going to take a learner's test. So when you in these situations where you not in the wrong and shit like that, you can pull over. You don't have to worry about certain shit. And guess what he say, man? You know what, bro? You right. I'm about to go take my shit. I'm about to go schedule my shit and see if I can go down there and take my shit. That's the respect. A nigga can listen to me and respect me because I'm showing you that, nigga, I can be out here in a car right now. I can be driving around in any motherfucking car I want. Could have got cars, could have broke cars and all this shit. But guess what? I said, nah, I'm going to go get my learners and shit first. I'm going to go do this shit the right way, because now that way I can say, cool, I'm doing this shit the right way. So he's seeing it, and he know that I'm a nigga that can do this. So that's what I'm saying about niggas that's in the positions to be able to show these niggas like, damn. And that's why I'm speaking to my generation and shit like that. Not the older dudes, because a lot of these older dudes, they coming home doing the right thing. But these niggas have been locked up 25, 30 years. These niggas is 50 years old. Most young niggas ain't trying to hear that shit from them. They ain't trying to hear that shit from them. Yeah, they might take heed to it. Some of them might take heed to it and shit like that. But most of them is not trying to hear that shit. But when you our age and younger and shit like that, they look at it like, damn, all right, cool, because they can relate to us more. Especially if you ain't telling them no wrong shit. I ain't telling no niggas to go be hot. I'm telling you, don't go put yourself in a situation where you got to find out if you can be hot or not. I ain't telling you to go tell. I'm not telling you to go tell. I'm not telling you to be no bitch. No, none of that. I'm telling you, nigga, if you motherfucking 18 or 21 and over and you can go get a gun license, go get a gun license. You think that this nigga illegal gun looks sweeter than your legal gun? No, nigga, you smart. You got a gun on you that if somebody do something to you, you can smoke this nigga and don't. If somebody try to harm you or your family, you can smoke this nigga and ain't gotta worry about nothing. Because you got a legal gun. That's the shit I'm telling you. I ain't telling you don't protect yourself. I'm telling you put yourself in a position where as though you don't have to worry about the consequences. Put yourself in a position where as though you ain't got to be sitting up wondering when your ass go to jail, is you going to be hot or not? Your ass will be straight. Because it's easy. It's just a lot of niggas ain't telling these niggas to do this shit. And a lot of these niggas is doing the same shit that they doing. It's plenty of niggas my age that's running around without a fucking license. Running around without a license, been on the streets and all that shit. They done been, but they run around without a license. So they ain't telling no young nigga go get a license. They don't even give a fuck. They might get in this motherfucking car right now. They might realize get in the motherfucking, whatever that shit they call them cars now. They might get in this motherfucker car with them and ride around with them. Hey, shorty, take me over here right quick. Get right in the car with them. Know the car stolen. They ain't gonna give a fuck. But that's gonna be the same nigga, old nigga. That nigga ain't gonna send you shit. Y'all get chased and both of y'all get locked up and y'all co-defendants. And he gonna be telling your ass, man, look, shorty, man, you might as well take the charge. Man, look, man, I'm 40. I'm 35 years old. I can't afford no cop to no 5 years, man. Look, man, you might as well motherfucking take this charge, man, and you be home. Slim, you ain't nothing but 16, 17, man. Even if they charge you 16, you gonna be home by you 19. They can give you probation. That's what they gonna be doing. So, man, don't let these older niggas, man, fool y'all and have y'all thinking that this shit ain't what it is, man. And for the ones that's my age and shit like that, doing the same shit that they doing, cool, do what you do. I ain't here to trying to change niggas on their habits. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. I'm saying that if you want these young niggas to listen to you now, just hide that shit from them. Don't sit in their face and do that shit with them all day. Don't do the same shit that they doing. Don't be around these young niggas showing them wrong shit and then trying to tell them some different shit when it's beneficial to you. You want to tell him, man, hey, shorty, man, you shouldn't be out here at night hustling because you want to sit out here at night and hustle. A nigga ain't trying to hear that shit. He see straight through that shit and you think he don't. Don't sit in no motherfucking crap game. You 40 years old, you sitting at a fucking crap game arguing with a young nigga that's 16 years old. Y'all at a $15, $20 crap game. The respect is over with. He ain't gonna respect you no more. It's over with. So if you gonna do that, then you need to, if you want to have some type of say so with these young niggas and shit like that, you need to show them better. If not, that shit, you ain't gonna never have that shit. You ain't gonna never have that shit. Ever. That's just how it's gonna be. That's definitely how that shit ain't going. And you gotta have some type of, you gotta keep that separation. You gotta keep that separation from them young niggas. Cause only thing y'all keep telling me is, bro, I'm telling you, bro, these young niggas don't listen. I'm telling you. And some, they not. Every young nigga's not gonna listen. It's just facts. That's life. It's like every nigga ain't gonna stop shooting. Every nigga ain't gonna stop selling drugs. Every motherfucking female ain't gonna not fuck. That's just life. The fuck, everybody. But you never know one nigga listening to you, how that can affect multiple other people. So you can't just sit there and say, yeah, I'm saying, okay, you saying they ain't put no young nigga in position, it's over with. Nah, I disagree because I feel like I ain't putting no young niggas in no position. I'm saying I have helped young niggas in certain things and shit like that ain't legal shit and all types of shit while I was away and shit like that. But I ain't gonna say that if you ain't putting them in no position, they ain't gonna listen to you. Nah, because you gotta think, if you was young before, older niggas wasn't giving you shit and doing shit for you. You respected them because of the things that they did. You that's what, and my point exactly, Riff. You ain't gotta put no young niggas in position. You gotta show them that love because it ain't about what you can do for me. It's about, okay, for example, I got a situation. You got niggas that have situations like this. This nigga might look up to you for whatever reasons. He look up to you. Now, you showing them that you a simple thing of, man, I care, or man, look, so he might come, you might pull up, he might flag you down, what's up, and you hollering at him and shit like that. Now, right then and there, alone, off that type of relationship alone, he gonna listen to you and he gonna respect you. It ain't about you pulling up and you gave him a pack, you pulling up and giving him money. He just respect you because of who you is or what you done in the streets, proud, whatever the case may be, and because he looking at it like, damn, I really ain't even supposed to be talking to this nigga. This nigga can really be carrying me. This nigga really can be riding straight past me and keep it pushing. But because you stop for him and hollering at him like, damn, Shawty, what's up? What you doing? What you out here doing, man? You need to do this. You need to do that. And even you just giving them that little bit of conversation, that little bit of anything. That's the main reason that a lot of these rappers have a lot of influence and shit like that, because you got a rapper and shit from the neighborhood, him taking a young nigga to his show. He might don't even speak to him the majority of the time in the show, but he might just pull up on him like, man, what's up? What you doing? Nigga be like, man, shit, I ain't doing nothing. I'm out here chilling. Man, come on, I got a show tonight. Cool. He ain't even got to look up to you on those street shit. He can look up to you as a rapper because you a nigga from his neighborhood who's rapping. So he respect you and look up to you in that aspect. Ain't nothing street about it. Nothing. You ain't never killed nobody. You ain't never robbed nobody. You ain't never did nothing. He look up to you as a rapper. Straight up and down as a rapper. You taking the time to simply take him to a show that costs you no money to take him to put him in a car and take him to this show. You got his respect. So now guess what? When something happen or anything happen around your way or anything like that, you can call him like, dang, hey, Shaw, let me holler at you. What's up? He gonna listen to you. Man, look, man, that shit right there, that shit really ain't worth it. How many times a nigga heard this? Man, let it go for me. And niggas really let that shit go for them. And cause you will have a nigga tell you like, man, look, I let that shit go on the strength for him. That's because that's respect. that's respect. That's all it is. Oh man, I let that shit go cause man, that's bruh, man. So that shit over with. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. That's just respect. But now, if you this motherfucking nigga that's been around him every day, and now he looking at you as a regular nigga, that shit over with. You can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him let something go for you and do all, man, fuck no, nigga ain't seeing you. Fuck is you talking about? Get the fuck on, man. Get your old ass on. That's how they gonna look at you. Cause that's how I know how I used to look at it. I'm gonna look at you straight like that, man. Get your old ass on, man. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Get your old ass on. And they gonna do what they wanna do. Simple as that. So you gotta you can't look at it like that. And a lot of time niggas our age and shit, we keep making excuses for why young niggas ain't doing this or why ain't like how you said, oh nah, if you ain't giving them pack, then they ain't what you call. Nah, that shit bullshit. That's just an excuse for what you doing wrong and why they not taking to you to say, oh, it's back on them. Nah, it ain't back on them. Because like I say, as a young nigga, you doing what you supposed to do. You doing what you supposed to do as a young nigga. You learning this shit. You learn this shit. This is the reason why motherfuckers need the programs and shit like that to take a young nigga out the hood and shit like that. Just think about what you would have did. Everybody had somebody in their neighborhood. Most niggas had somebody in their neighborhood that they looked up to. I don't give a fuck if you was the toughest nigga in the neighborhood. When you young, you got somebody that in your neighborhood, you always be like, damn, he that nigga. Like, damn, he that nigga. So if he is the nigga that was coming telling you not to do this or not to do that, not the nigga that you don't see, not the nigga that you don't care about, not the nigga that you look at as a bitch ass nigga or whatever the case may be. You look at them niggas, you looked at them and those the ones that you will take to. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I understand that a lot of motherfuckers take to me because they understand that, nigga, I was you. They take it way better coming from a nigga that I was a nigga getting in them cars. I'm a nigga that was getting in them cars, and I'm still of an age that I can be getting in cars. I was a nigga that was pushing my knife in jail. I was a nigga that was checking niggas in jail. I was a nigga that was doing all this shit that these niggas look up to. So guess what? If you say position ain't always got to be a pack, let them work the camera or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's law, cool. But what I'm saying is that it's not always about what you can give to them monetary, not physical. It's not always physically what you can give to them. That's why we explain it to you that it's about what you can do for them mentally also. Caring. Most motherfucking young niggas don't have a person who care about them besides their mother. Most times it's their mother, or if the father in their life and shit like that. And if you pay attention to fathers that's in children's life and shit like that, a lot of children don't take to certain shit because they don't care, because they already got somebody that they love both ways, a mother and a father. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always you looking at it as monetary or physical. It's about you thinking about, oh, what you can do for them physically. Oh, let them work the camera. Let them do this. Nah, they just want a motherfucker to show them that they care. That it's a nigga that care. That's why I'm saying the simple shit of conversation. I can realize, pull up and just hold a conversation. And because a nigga looks at me and hold me in such high esteem, and he feel like, damn, I'm talking to Squirt. Squirt actually took a time to take a picture with me. Or this person, it's no different than motherfuckers idolizing superstars and shit like that. You ain't got to never give them shit. If a motherfucking superstar, how many times you see basketball players sign a motherfucking kid jersey? He ain't said nothing to this motherfucking kid. He ain't gave this kid no money. He ain't did nothing. Only thing he just did was on his way out, he signed the kid. Signed the jersey. And guess what? This kid, to him, that shit mean a lot because he understands that, damn, he ain't really even have to do this. So it's the same way with young niggas. It's the same way with young niggas in their relationship with older niggas. If you showing them that you care, some type way, form, it gotta be some way. You gotta show them like, damn, I really care about you. I really do care about you. Most of these youngins ain't got fathers, so they look up to the dudes in the streets. Right. That's law. And that's I agree completely. Niggas do use that shit for the power in the wrong way. That's why it go back to what I was saying, that nigga look up to you, but you ain't telling him no right shit. You only want to talk to him and tell him what to do when it's beneficial for you. You see what I'm saying? When it's beneficial for you. If you got this young nigga and you ain't telling them shit positive or nothing, those only thing you telling him is, man, Charlie, I say, man, Charlie, man, you shouldn't be out here tonight. Niggas ain't stupid. He looking at it like, man, the nighttime crank. That nigga just don't want me out here because he motherfucking, he about to be hustling good. That's how you start dwindling that respect. That's how a nigga start losing that respect slowly but surely. Yeah, he might roll out tonight, but now he hit in his mind, he look at you totally different. So the next thing you do is in the back of his mind. So the next time he tell you some shit, you already, your guard's already up. Like, yeah, he was on that bullshit last time. Try to tell me, man, it's hot outside, go in the house. Man, nigga ain't really want me to go in the house for the sake of me, nigga. That nigga wanted me to go in the house so I can so he can pump. And that's exactly what niggas do. Niggas use that power in the wrong way. That's true. That's definitely true. Niggas definitely do that shit all the way in the wrong way. Niggas be using that shit all the way in the wrong way. But overall, man, I just feel like older niggas, we gotta hold ourselves accountable too, man. We can't keep putting that shit on these young niggas, because at the end of the day, these young niggas lost. These young niggas lost, and that shit we play a big role in that shit too, the same way the people before us play a big role. It's like my old heads, Lord, my old heads, I ain't never seen my old heads on no straight junkie shit. Not the ones that I respect and looked it up to. But I ain't had my old heads telling me like, hey, Slim, man, don't do that, shorty. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because we was the niggas around our way, but they was the niggas before us. You see what I'm saying? So we look up to them and shit like that. Now, they ain't never got us on no straight up and down wrong shit. They wasn't doing that. Fuck no. They was never doing that. You see what I'm saying? And they was aiding us, assisting us in certain little avenues. And schooling us on the streets. They might school us. Now, like I'm saying, then was they telling us, man, look, y'all need to go to school when we 16, 17 years old? Nah, because they looking at like, shit, these niggas knee deep. That shit over with. But they were telling us, look, shorty, man, y'all don't be fucking with them. Or, man, look, man, you know they do this. Or, man, look, you need to pay attention to him. Or they giving us some type of guidance so a nigga can steal. That's why I still had a respect for my old heads, the ones that I looked up to, because they still was, I can understand that, all right, they was giving a nigga guidance. Like, they was giving a nigga certain guidance. Like I say, it wasn't to the extent of, like, how I'm doing now, telling niggas, look, don't do this, shorty, man, don't, man. I'm telling you, when you get over to jail, they wasn't doing that. But they wasn't straight stirring us down the wrong path, like, on some straight crash dummy shit, like, telling us, man, look, shorty, man, you see that dope, man, I'm telling you, man, you fuck all day off that dope. I'm telling you, man, you want to crush a bitch, man, I'm telling you, man, you need to snort that dope. They wasn't doing that. Fuck no. They was never doing that. They was never doing shit like that. They was never doing that shit. Ever. At the end of the day, they was telling the nigga, get money. Man, look, Shaw, you out here, man. You need to be getting some money. Man, Shaw, look, you hustling for the wrong reason. Shaw, you just hustling for shoes. You gonna stay broke just hustling for shoes. They giving the nigga game like that, and they putting the nigga game on, they was putting niggas on game on shit to stay alive too, which was most important. And that's why, to this day, that I still got a lot of respect for the ones that I look up to from around my ways, because not only was fuck them giving me a pack or fuck them giving me anything monetary, it's game and shit that they gave me that took me way further than fucking some money or some shit like that. Fuck no, that shit was way deeper than that. They giving a nigga, they putting you on point for you to stay alive, giving your ass game where you can be like, man, shit, yeah. And now that you older and shit like that, you can look back and like, damn, Slim did tell me that shit. Slim did tell me this. Or, man, whole time he put me on point to this. So now as a conscious minded nigga now, I can be like, damn, Slim really was for nigga. So that's the difference. That's the total difference of now and back then. That shit is totally different. Yeah, that's law. Everybody came up from different environments. Like, I'm not disputing that, because, and that's what I'm saying, I understand my environment. The shit I was doing when I was in the streets was a lot worse than what niggas was doing. Like, I ain't sitting here saying that I'm a saint or none of that shit. Niggas definitely come up in completely different environments. Like, I'm not disputing that at all. But everybody is a dictation of their environment. So at the end of the day, if you in this environment, then this is your environment. So if you in this environment and you seeing, because around your way, it might not be perks. That shit might not be perks around your way. That shit might be dope. That shit might be coke. That shit might be lean. So you got to adjust towards your environment. Well, all I'm saying is, if you in this environment and you want these young niggas to listen to you and shit like that, to have any type of say so or have any type for some positive shit and telling them to try to stop them to doing some shit and shit like that, don't do what they doing. Don't become one of them. Basically, simple as that. That's the simplest form I can put it in. Don't be 30 years old acting like you 16 years old. Don't be on Instagram because you got $10,000-$20,000 you want to flash it on Instagram. Don't do that shit. Don't do it, because now when he see you do it, he gonna look at it like it's okay to do it. He gonna look at it like that. He's gonna see it as it's okay to do it. Don't be popping perks and shit like that, nodding off in front of them, because now when they see you nodding off and you 30 years old and they see, damn, this nigga nodding off, this nigga motherfucking out here just on any type, that nigga, he anything. Shit, but guess what? Shit, they still fuck with him. They still love that nigga to death. Now, guess what? They gonna go do it. It's just, that's just how it's gonna go, because they not seeing the wrong in it. Pretty much. Hey, June, the perfect way to say it now. If you want them to listen and respect you, you gotta respect yourself, man. Simple as that, man. Do what you do, but do it respectfully, man. Simple as that, man. That's basically the simplest way to put it, man. Simplest way to put it. And June, that's like I just was saying, so I'm like, It's certain shit that cool. Niggas, y'all might been doing, but nigga ain't putting that shit in our face, showing us that shit. So we don't know. I wouldn't know if you was doing this or doing that because you ain't never showed me that. So if you the nigga that I'm looking up to and you ain't showing me that, but you showing me this, then all right, cool. I'm gonna go this route and I'm gonna do this because this is the nigga that I look up to. But if you sitting in my face and you sitting right this motherfucker all day and you nodding off all perks and off all this shit, and I look up to you, now guess what? I'm gonna say shit. June my idol. And that's what niggas is doing with rappers. If rap niggas is who they look up to. So guess what? When they see these rappers and shit doing these drugs and doing all this shit, they say, shit, I'm gonna go do it too. So it's the same way in the streets. That shit the same way in the streets. Niggas definitely ain't got no respect for themselves. Niggas just be doing anything and thinking that shit cool. Yeah, too many old heads definitely still trying to be young. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that when y'all keep saying shit about these youngins, understand that you got to understand who's at fault also. You got to sit here and be like, man, damn. Oh, it ain't just their fault. It's these older niggas' fault too. That shit is way out of pocket. Yeah, that shit is way out of pocket. But at the end of the day, that's it. I wanted to just touch on that, man, because I just feel like, man, young niggas don't respect nothing but your value nowadays unless you're a nigga who they always so good in. Nah, man, I disagree with that, man. I disagree that all they see is violence, man. I'm saying that, first of all, young niggas shouldn't even be able to see your violence because if you a certain age, if you ain't established by now, Slim, you ain't gonna get established. Like being out there trying to prove a point when you late 20s, 30s and all that, they even show you that with the juvenile laws and shit they passing. Man, once you became 25, you still trying to be out here killing motherfuckers. They not even showing you no sympathy. So you shouldn't even be in no positions to have to show them violence. Because if you ain't already established that, then that shouldn't be what you have to show them. Because if that's not what they know you as, then you shouldn't have to show them violence. How you got to show them violence if only way to have to show them violence is, like I said, you right there with them doing the same shit they doing. How can you get in? Tell me, how can I get into it with a young nigga right now? How? It's no way that I can sit and get into it with a young nigga right now to have to show them violence. To show them my violence. It's no way. It's no way I'm about to be sitting here arguing with you over a sale. I'm not about to be arguing with you over a dice game. I'm not about to be arguing with you over no females. I'm not. How can I put myself in a position to have to show a young nigga violence, my violence? How? So I would like to see what you got to say about that. That's not true. That's not true at all. Because if you take yourself out of them situations where you don't have to do that, which is not putting yourself around them, they ain't never going to see your violence. You ain't never supposed to be even at a certain age. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking to our age range. It's no way you even supposed to be at this age still trying to do certain shit. If you ain't earned that motherfucking respect by now, Slim, you done. It's over with. You are done. That shit, you are completely done, Slim. That shit, you done. That's law. Yeah, that's law. They give respect. They ain't never been in the street. I know plenty of niggas, and I'm not even about to keep talking about like niggas that shoot and all that. I know plenty of niggas that never carried a gun in their life. Get respect. I know plenty of niggas who ain't never shot, ain't never got in no cars or none of that shit, got a shitload of respect. And a nigga gonna respect you more because you stand in your lane on what you doing. Niggas don't. The only nigga that they respect is not the nigga that's violent. Fuck no, that's not the only nigga they respect. They respect the genuine nigga. They respect the nigga as who he is. What they don't respect is the niggas that's real life, that's running around trying to be something or you still trying to prove yourself to them. Nigga ain't saying that like I just said. It's my young niggas respect me, but my young niggas don't fear me. Them niggas ain't bitches. So, of course, they respect me. But guess what? If I was sitting around them niggas every motherfucking day and we get into it, once I get to sitting around them, they ain't bitches. So guess what they gonna do? They gonna show me that they ain't no bitch. Now that's when I gotta show my violence. But if I never was around this young nigga in the first place, like I shouldn't be, unless it is to show him some other shit, some different shit, then how can I ever put myself in a position to show him violence? It's plenty of niggas that's around that got buku respect that ain't, hell no, I don't agree with that, son. Nah, but you saying that show them your violence. That's a lie, son. You saying that I miss what you said. I'm not missing what you saying. You saying that they don't respect nothing but violence. And I'm telling you that me speaking right now is telling you that that's not true. I'm not speaking from somebody else's perspective. I'm not speaking from what I think, what I saw. I'm telling you facts of me. I have not. It's young niggas that when I went to jail, these niggas was 7, 8 years old. When I went on a run and shit like that, these niggas was 6, 5, 6 years old. 12, 13 years later, these niggas is 20 years old. They don't know nothing. I've never showed them violence, any type of violence. They don't. Only thing you can say is what they heard and shit like that. But they respect me. So, and they met me like this. They didn't meet Squirt that was doing shit. They didn't meet Squirt that was pushing, or they didn't meet none of that. They met this Squirt. They met Antonio. They met me as me, and they respect me. So nah, you ain't that ain't true, man. That ain't true. That definitely ain't true, man. They respect more than violence, man. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, that ain't true, son. That ain't all that respect, man. It's just your approach. It's your individual approach with them, son. It's your individual approach with them. They gotta see you. They gotta respect you for you, because there's a lot of niggas that they respect that's only getting money. It's a lot of niggas that they respect that's going to work. Now, the thing is, the people that's getting money, the people that's doing these things is not coming back, and they not really guiding them out of that shit. So it's cool. It's like, all right, yeah, I respect you, but they respect me or respect him, but he ain't showing them nothing different. He just like, shit, cool. He might be giving them a little hollering at them or whatever the case may be, but he's not showing them. He's not taking time, because that shit take time. That shit take time to do this. Actually sit there and try to guide it. You basically raising a whole nother child. He's just older. So that shit take time, but they definitely is niggas outside of street niggas and niggas outside of shooters and all that shit that they respects now. He's speaking of past old heads who are known for certain violence, meaning if you ain't got a name for who you used to be, then they don't respect you. Nah, that ain't true neither. That ain't true neither. I know plenty of niggas. I won't say their name is none of that shit, but I know plenty of niggas that don't have names for violence. Like, that's what I'm saying. I know plenty of niggas that's not known for violence, man, that got respect. That got respect because they showing them different. I know plenty of people, man, that's not true, man. That's not true. You do not have to be a shooter, a robber, a murderer, none of that shit to have respect, man. You don't, man. You don't, man. You ain't gotta be that, son. You ain't gotta be that. Y'all, that's one of them, that's a cliche mindset. That's that, oh yeah, they don't respect, shooters don't respect nothing but shooters. Man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Cause you got niggas that even getting money. I'm saying that I know niggas who work jobs. I know niggas who work jobs who have respects, man. That I know plenty of niggas. I know plenty of niggas who have jobs, who's never been in the streets and shit like that. I know basketball coaches and shit like that. They got respect. You know why they got respect? You got some basketball and football coaches and shit like that got plenty of respect. You know why? Because he's spending time with the kids. He's talking to them. He's involved with them. He's interacting with them and shit like that. What you got to say about them? They ain't in the streets. And even if they is in the streets, guess what? Them young niggas don't know them for that. You don't know your what you call it for that at the end of the day. You don't know that. You don't know your coach if your football coach sell drugs. You don't know him for that. Only thing you know him as your football coach who every time you motherfucking see him, he's coaching football. He yelling at me about some football shit or something like that. You don't know him for no street shit. That's all you know him for, but you respect him. So you can't say that the only thing they respect is a nigga that's hustling or a nigga that's shooting and doing that. No, they don't. They respect a nigga who's interact with them, who shows that they care. That's like when you raising your child. When you raise your child don't know that you sell drugs. Your child don't know that you out there in the streets killing. Your child don't know none of that shit. Your child love you and respect you because you right here spending time with your child, taking care of your child, teaching your child things and all that. Your kid may get older and start realizing, okay, I got a rich father, or my father a gangster, but at the time, your child don't know that. And if you doing the right things that you supposed to be doing as a man and as a father, he or she never gonna know that. Like that shit don't make you no man because of what you doing in the streets. And I think that's what you getting in your mind that, oh, a young nigga that's doing in the streets, he look at you only as a man because you was in the streets or because you used to be in the streets. That's not true. That ain't true at all, man. That ain't true, Slim. That ain't true because that violent shit at the end of the day, that shit, that's why I made that post about motherfucking Trey. That violent shit don't make you nothing. That shit don't make you no man because guess what? Every nigga can I done seen niggas shoot guns with their eyes closed. I done seen niggas swing a punch with their eyes closed and knock a nigga out. That shit don't make you no man because anybody can do it. You dictated by you. What makes you a man and dictates you as a man from the rest of the motherfuckers is the shit that you doing different than the other nigga. The shit that you doing as a man that you know you supposed to be doing, not because you shoot a gun or because you. That's what earns you respect. The respect I have now it's not because of what I was doing in the streets and shit like that. Yeah, of course, some niggas, that's what niggas know me as. But the respect is not from that. The respect is niggas saying like, damn, this nigga really could be doing this or doing that, and he's not doing it. Because now a person respect me as a man. Yeah, you can respect me on some street shit, and that's what niggas did. They was respecting me on some street shit like, yeah, Squirt ain't going for nothing. He known to do this. He known to do that. You respected me on street shit. You didn't respect me as a man. Nigga, you respect me because what I've done or what you heard that I done. You might ain't know me or nothing, but you a motherfucker will respect me as that. People now respect me as a man because of the things that I'm doing. When a motherfucker talk to me now and hold a conversation with me now and they say, damn, Slim, I can see you really a man. Not, oh, damn, Slim, I can see that, man, you ain't going for nothing. It's people that never been around me or nothing, and they might don't even never heard of me or none of that shit. But now they see me as a man. They don't see me as, oh, you a street nigga, or oh, you did this and this is why I fuck with you. Fuck no. Yeah, that ain't. So I completely disagree with that, man. And I don't think we should put that out there like, oh, only if you violent that's the only way they. I don't think we should put that out there, man. Nah, and I think the problem is that's what a lot of niggas thinking. That's what a lot of motherfuckers thinking. So even like, I don't know who you is, but you might be a man because guess what? You take care of your family. You raising your family. You doing things for your family. You taking care of yourself. You taking care of your responsibilities. You might be a man. In your mind, though, you thinking that, oh, a nigga ain't gonna respect me because I ain't violent. Nah, man. Don't get that mindset because now when you get in that mindset, you hindering yourself from helping other people because you just thinking that, man, these young niggas ain't seeing that shit. They just respect violence. Nah, man. That ain't, trust me, Slim. That ain't all they respects, Slim. That ain't all they respects, Slim. I'm telling you, man. You definitely got a lot of men, man, that ain't never did nothing violent, ain't never sold a drug, ain't never, because Slim, that shit don't make you a man, Slim. That shit is easy, man. That's the easiest shit in the world to do, man. That shit is so easy. Nigga can pick up a motherfucking gun right down and go shoot. That shit does not make you no man, Slim, at all. What make you a man is the shit you doing right, the shit that matters. That street shit, that shit don't make you no man. So don't get in your mindset of only people that listen, only people they want to hear and listen to is niggas that's shooting guns or niggas that's hustling or niggas that had names. Nah, fuck no, man. There's plenty of people that's doing good in the world that ain't never did none of that. It's plenty of people but they actually are entertaining with them. And that's the reason that I gave you an example of football and basketball coaches and shit like that. And even with using them as an example is because you can see that's what I was saying by even if you doing certain shit, if this not what they seeing, then they still gonna only respect what they seeing. Because you got plenty of motherfuckers that do shit, but they not doing it for them. That's not how you met me. That's not how you see them. So you respecting them how you see them. Yeah, that's true. A lot of dudes live through their music, ain't never did nothing but promoting the streets. That's law. And my thing is cool. But people say, all right, cool. We definitely talk about the music situation. I'm saying y'all feel like most people feel like the nigga who glorifying the streets and shit like that and on some rap shit but never did nothing. He a bitch ass nigga or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I feel like that nigga is the smart nigga because I'm going to take what you doing and say, all right, bet shit, this is a way out. Or I'm going to take what they doing. This is what motherfuckers want to hear. And I'm going to take what they doing and I'm going to go get rich off this shit. And these niggas going to go to jail for it. You see what I'm saying? Shit, these niggas they going to go to jail and I'm going to get rich. That shit ain't that the nigga you supposed to praise this nigga because guess what? This nigga can go sit there and rap. That's law. Real street niggas ain't gonna put that shit in their music. And even if they do, cool. All right, that shit that's just on them. But these niggas, you definitely that nigga is smart. Shit, that nigga smart as shit. This nigga says shit. These niggas want to hear this shit. I can go sit and say I killed 25 people. And guess what? When homicide and shit pull up this shit, they gonna see my name ain't nowhere involved with none of this shit. So they gonna have to keep it pushing. This nigga go talk about he killed X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, and then when they pull it up, they're like, yeah, he was supposed to have been involved in that. And now he going to jail. Why this nigga get rich? Shit, that shit ain't hell nah. That shit ain't fucking. Them niggas is smart. Them niggas is taking some shit. They ain't no different than Gucci or Louis and all that shit. They see some shit that's in style for motherfuckers and shit like that. They might not wear that shit at all. They might ain't never gonna put that shit on, but they gonna see you gonna wear it. Guess what? I'm about to do this shit. I'm gonna make this shit for you, and you go put it on. No different than music. Shit, that shit don't make no nigga no goofy ass nigga. If niggas was smart, nigga, I'd take the street nigga should take this nigga that's not in the streets and tell him, hey, look, go go motherfucking rap this shit and keep niggas' names out of it, but go rap some real shit and we gonna win off you. Cause you can't go to jail for it. How you feel about your hood since you're way known for rappers? I'm saying anybody that know me know at the end of the day, I'll be pushing that rap shit for my young niggas and shit like that because the way out of bro, you some shit as a whole.